Aliens have been here for a very long time. There is evidence everywhere. All you need is to want to look. Egypt, Rome, the Aztecs, the Amazon, Göbekli Tepe, Peru, India, Easter Island. Whew, it's hard to find a place without evidence. The million-dollar question is, what are they doing here?
You are not allowed to know any of this. My mind was hacked by aliens.
This is the truth, and it changes
everything.
Mind hacked. As I keep touching on, creatures need a motive to act. The leading theory, observation. They came to watch, to learn, to study. But there's a problem with that theory. It's a really long journey for a quick looky-loo. Observation doesn't explain why they've been here for so long. According to the narrative I was privileged to, they came here 12,000 years ago. And there's evidence to support it. Check out the work of Graham Hancock. So if they've stayed this long, they need a significant reason. A motive to still be here. A motive to care. They've been here the entire time human history's been recorded. The scientific method demands reason. Let's use it. Let's solve for motive. The motive that makes the most sense? Energy. Civilizations need energy. Electronics, computers, and robots all need energy. And to understand the motive, you need to think like someone who lives in space. So why our solar system? What makes this system different? Our solar system has an abnormal number of gas giants. Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus. 4. The next closest star system with multiple gas giants is 41 light years away. It's called 55 Cancri. Why does that matter? Because gas giants are unique. They contain massive volumes of hydrogen. If we use the volume of water contained in all the oceans on Earth as a unit, Jupiter alone holds the equivalent of 500,000 oceans of liquid hydrogen. That's purified, abundant energy, just floating out there. On an intergalactic scale, when you're looking for energy, it needs to be readily available in massive volumes and easy to process. Gas giants tick all these boxes. The EBE, or Extraterrestrial Biological Entities, didn't come here for us. They came for hydrogen. Hydrogen to fuel fusion. Hydrogen fusion is the lowest energy fusion reaction. It produces the least byproducts. It's the same process that powers our sun. Once fusion is mastered, the struggle for energy is basically over. They mastered fusion somewhere around 70,000 years ago, and instead of hauling hydrogen to their planet, they made the logical decision to go to the hydrogen. But wait, how could they just leave their planet? That feels wrong, like betrayal, like abandoning home. But that's only because we're missing a key piece of the puzzle. The galaxy is not stable. Run a computer simulation. Map the stars. Factor in their velocities and gravitational pulls. You'll see. Solar systems collide. Stars shift. Gravitational disruptions happen all the time. Roughly 30 to 40% of all stars are part of a binary or multi-star system. Think about the planets that may have been orbiting them. There are no straight lines in space, only chaos. Gravitational vectors tangled like threads in a cosmic storm. Look at Gliese 710. It's predicted to come within 0.1663 light years of our sun. That's only 10,520 astronomical units. That's incredibly close. But don't worry, this isn't predicted to happen for another million years or so. Another example, Schultz star, passed within 0.8 light years of us just 70,000 years ago. These kinds of events shift planetary orbits, maybe even eject planets entirely. This is the reality the EBEs understand. Why they came? They realized something. Their planet wouldn't last. Not on the scale of the cosmos. Their star system would eventually suffer a gravitational event, a collision, a destabilization. So they made a decision. Every single person agreed. Leave. They didn't come here for us. They didn't even know we were here. When they began scouting our solar system, say 20,000 years ago, we were still in caves, struggling through an ice age. No signals, no cities, nothing to suggest intelligent life. At least not that could be seen from space. We were the inconvenient surprise in their plan. They don't like us. They don't hate us. They tolerate us. In their society, big decisions require unanimous consensus. Every single person. And at some point in our shared history, they all agreed to let us survive. They knew that one day we would grow, we would advance, and we would challenge them for energy, for space, for dominance. They let us evolve anyway. Would we do the same? Would we make room? Or would we crush the weaker species like we did in Avatar? To speculate and imagine is fun, but this isn't a movie. This is real. And we're not the humans in Avatar. We are the Na'vi. What this really means? They're not our friends. They're not here to teach us. They aren't beings of higher love from a fifth or sixth dimension. They're real. They eat. They shit. Yes, they have a waste tube that goes in through the rectum, and they use it on abductees. That's why so many people report anal probes. It's not weird, it's sanitary. We are the anthill in the garden, the spider in your house. And like the ant, we think the garden is ours. But we are competing for the same space, for the same resource, hydrogen. Hydrogen we haven't even realized we need yet. They know. They know our physics is almost fixed. They know we're closing in on fusion. They know we'll need that hydrogen too. They know our atom is incomplete. They know what to look for. They know when we found it. They're here for energy, not for us, not to elevate humanity and not to play space god. They're watching us because they have to. Their existence depends on it. They came 12,000 years ago. We were primitive. Killing was part of everyday life. Life expectancy was 30 or 40. Everyone killed. They killed to survive. There were no grocery stores. We were evolving. The edge of survival was still cutting our DNA. We were very much a primitive species, and to them, we still are. We need to figure out a way to be good neighbors. Ones that can be trusted. Ones that don't fight over dumb shit. We need to remove the ors and create the ands that allow every single person to succeed and thrive. We need to communicate at scale like they do, like an advanced species does. We need to make decisions founded in intelligence. We need to have the strongest decision rise to the top. We need to establish a system that works for everyone. We need to be better. The way we decide we want to be. A way that's human. They're not leaving, and neither are we. This whole interaction, this accidental entanglement, was a cosmic fluke. The odds of two intelligent species sharing one star system? Incomprehensibly small. But gas giants change that. They are the fuel stops of the galaxy. They are the gathering points of intelligence. So, we are here. Now what? Are we the first two species to meet like this? Have others in the galaxy done it better? Done it worse? We need to start talking. We need to communicate at scale. We need to stop the secrets. We need to put the human back into humanity. If you like this video, smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe.